It's another learning lesson. You're lucky if you find people on a team that share your passion and vision and have the same aspiration of, setting the bar high. That's golden. As the cliche, it just takes one bad apple and the whole thing could crumble. So in that sense, I'm pretty particular, but I'm not like hard to work with. I'm very personable, nice. I make a lot of jokes. I'm very supportive. I give, I sit with my team. If we have to remeasure things, I'll be measuring it with you on the floor on my hands and knees, things like that.
Hey everybody, Mark Ahrensberg here with The Pure Now Show. This is episode number 33. My guest today is Lawrence Chow. Lawrence is an award-winning actor, writer, and producer who's hosted shows like Ghostly Encounters, an internationally acclaimed television broadcast. It was a lot of fun to find out about his journey from Toronto, Canada to Hollywood. Here we go. Hey, Lawrence.
Hey, Mark. How are you?
I'm good, man. How you doing?
Greetings from Los Angeles.
Greetings from Singapore and Vietnam. Nice to have you on the show, man.
It's been a long time. The last time I connected with folk from Singapore was the red carpet of Crazy Rich Asians here in Hollywood. I did the red carpet. I was the host. And I ran into Pierre Pong, Coaching Mun, a lot of the old familiar faces. So that was really cool.
What I want to do is I want to go backwards a little bit. I want to go back to you being a kid. Growing up in Canada, were your parents traditional Chinese? I mean, because you're a little off kilter, as one would say, in the non-traditional ways of going towards a creative life versus, listening to your parents about becoming a doctor. What was it like as like a really young guy, a kid growing up in that household, feeling that you were not gravitating in a direction that may have been expected upon you? How did that affect you personally? How did you manage that?
I led a very solitary childhood. I had a lot of friends, but none of my friends harbored the same dreams. And if they did, none of them really went for it. But I think any child who grows up not without the support of their parents and siblings or the understanding, you either will wilt and crumble, maybe get lost, maybe live an unhappy life doing a job you hate, or you're the 180 and you become self-reliant. I don't know if you can teach someone drive or imbue grit into someone. It's a very hard thing, My brothers, born from, same apples from the same tree, but we're so different. I knew from a very young age that I had to be the driver in my own seat. There wasn't going to be parental support, endorsements from the siblings. Even my friends weren't my support system. So I kind of, as Oprah says, you got to get into the driver's seat. If you don't drive, your life will drive you.
That's correct. No, that's correct. But do you think having that lack of support and encouragement maybe fueled some of your grit? Because
for me, it did. For others, it crushed them. I was like a quiet rebel, and I was the peacemaker and got my good grades, and I did all the textbook, but I was dying inside because I remember.
Were you the middle child?
I was the youngest.
Okay.
It was so much pressure, be the responsible one and be the high achiever. And I was the only one to graduate with a degree and they had all these expectations on you, but it's everyone else's expectation. It's not your aspiration. So I remember at 20, I kind of had like an early, midlife crisis or come to Jesus, whatever you want to call it. And I was so depressed. I was doing really well in journalism. I won a scholarship, and I said, I do not want to be a hard news journalist. I love it. I love politics. I have great reverence for journalists, but I don't think I can do that. And I called my teacher and we had a one-on-one. He goes, what do you want to do? What do you really want to do? I said, I really want to do entertainment. I mean, I not only entertainment journalism, but later on, acting, frontline stuff, hosting and filmmaking, and going to film school was like, oh my God, journalism school is bad enough. Don't even think about going to film school. So my teacher was like a mentor to me. He says, Lawrence, there's no shame in doing entertainment journalism. We're in this elite journalism school and all blah, blah, everyone's vying to be, do what's in your heart. You have the skills as a writer, an interviewer, but channel it to the area of passion that lights your fire. And that was like my epiphany at a very young age. I knew very young that I had to not follow the pack of others and be nonconformist. I really did. I really had to defy the stereotype. And it took a lot of guts. So as kids, we had to grow up working very young. I got my first job when I was 13. I worked in restaurants. I sold Christmas trees. I threw out trash. But so that sense of hard work was ingrained at a very young age. And I got that from my parents. They worked very, very hard. I don't know. It's like a culmination of your own passion, dream, plus what you're good at. I was good with the written and spoken word, and what you really liked. I loved entertainment. I was like swept away when I saw, movies, and when I listened to a song, I just didn't listen to a song. I listened to it. I was like, oh my God, do you hear that instrument and that instrument? And oh, he's singing legato here and staccato there. Oh, the lyrics. Do you know what these lyrics mean? That is how my DNA is. When most people will watch a show and I'd be like breaking it down and understanding the subtext and plot line. They're like, who's this freak, Remembering script lines at a very young age, movie lines, TV lines. Even today, I can recite things from like Gilligan's Island and Three's Company and whatever.
Do you think it's easier as an actor though? Because you go in and you do your job, and if you're not, being followed by paparazzi and not super high profile, that you could stay more under the radar and just, do your job, go in, long days, long hours, of course, but maybe someone like you would not attract as much scrutiny. And as an actor, as a pure actor, that maybe you could have a little quieter, more of a personal life with some anonymity?
It depends what kind of actor you are. There's a type of Hollywood actor who is very commercial. They hire the publicist. They go out. Often they want the paparazzi there. Even though they put up the facade that they don't. But then when you play that game, you can never win with the press or the paparazzi. They'll always have the hand over you. So it can get dangerous. But then there are those reclusive type of actors who, yes, like you said, can disappear, and they're not, People's Sexiest Magazine. They don't care about that stuff. They just want to focus on the craft. So it really depends what kind of actor you are. I think my point is about when you're in entertainment, especially as whether you're a TV host or an actor, you lead a very solitary life. Even though you're in the company of so many people, crew and fellow celebrities, and, it's a very solitary life. You host a major event like Miss Singapore Universe or the National Day event, and you go home and it's alone. You bomb, you gotta suck it up alone. You success. You whatever, you come home, and after all the fans and fan mail screams, it's, you're by yourself. I mean, I choose to be myself. I like my own, I like my monk lifestyle.
Right. I'm sure the solitude is very healthy for you. I mean,
for me, it's healing. Yeah, for me, it's healing. I like it.